we're gonna move on to the Bucks Eagles game. Another game that, yeah, it's going to be hard to develop this into a particularly long segment because it's, to summarize it from my perspective, men against boys. That is literally just what that game felt like the whole way through. I just thought Brady looked like he'd been there a million times before. The only thing I disagreed with was they got a roughing the passer, which Troy Aikman disagreed with. But when I watched the replay, I was like, yeah, okay, fine. The defender pulled out and he also like offered to pick him up straight away. But he went straight at Brady's knee. And Troy Aikman was like, "Oh, come on, you can't give that as a roughing the passer." It's like, yeah, you can.
Legs.
You can't go low for one. Yeah, it was soft. It wasn't as soft as the roughing the passer the Raiders got in the Bengals game, but you're going to get flagged for that every time. I was really surprised that Aikman disagreed with that. I think that's just him being like I think because he retired due to concussions, he just must be so pissed off that literally if they get on them now, it's like roughing the passer. Troy Aikman must have been like, where the hell was this when I was playing?
Yeah. Honestly, I didn't think I'd see a worse performance this weekend than the Cowboys one, but I damn well did with the Eagles. It was the worst football I've seen from a team in a while, but their QB was playing with a ankle injury. So he's had some ligament issues. Yeah, he's had some ligament issues in his ankle. So he was hurt. Yeah, he was hurt. That was a good one, Nathan.
Yeah, I don't think it was a non-story really, wasn't it? That whole game.
Yeah.
It was just the Buccaneers came and won, and that was it. That's kind of the story of Buccaneers season. They've just been quiet, getting on with it, winning their games. Nothing else to report, really.
Brady's favorite way to be. Some stats. I thought when I rewatched the replays and the highlights of the game, people were spoken about how good the Bucs O-line is this season, and I thought it did look excellent in that game. But then I researched to see, what's the Eagles' pass rush like? Because obviously they got Fletcher Cox, and their defense has been okay this season. But actually, they ranked 31st in sacks. So, I think the Bucs having the third best run defense, the Eagles being a run-only team, really, and then them not really having an effective pass rush meant this was a complete mismatch. I can't believe now that I've researched it a bit more that I even considered this being a trap game. The only thing that worries me now going forward is I thought Jalen Hurts I know he was injured. I thought his throwing was particularly poor.
It was terrible.
It was a lot of overthrows. I thought both his picks were forced throws. I'm not discounting him. I don't think the Eagles should move on from him unless a top 5 QB becomes available for them. But they need to work on that. He's great and he's mobile and they've got a great run game. But it's come playoffs, we just said that the Titans aren't going to be able to rely on Derrick Henry because other teams are going to scheme to make it difficult for them. So it's the Eagles, even though they're 6th, 7th seed in the NFC, it's you have to have more than a passing. You have to have more than a passing game. Jalen Reagor, terrible. Devonta Smith looks like he's really good. I think he's had a very good season.
I like him.
I just don't think Jalen Hurts. I don't think Jalen Hurts just has I don't think he has an NFL arm at all. Any of his deeper sort of throws just had this sort of weird weakness to it, a loopy sort of nature that I was just it felt like it was easy to kind of read and pick off. I don't think he's got a good arm. He's had a great sort of season in terms of rushing and stuff. But
I'm not out on Hurts. I don't think he. Watching him, to be honest, my critique is more on the receivers. I thought Rager was awful. He was awful. He had an awful game. And also, I don't think they schemed the passing game very well at all because obviously they've run it all the time. So that will be a factor as well. I really don't think Hurts.
The play calling wasn't imaginative by any stretch of the imagination.
Personally, I'm not. For me, I still think there's a QB there in Jalen Hurts, and I would like to see how they get on when they. I don't know. We'll just see. We'll see. I I mean, if Nick Sirianni is going to carry on doing this, playing this, just I'm going to run the ball no matter what, then we're never going to really see the full potential of what Jalen Hurts can do. Especially, with the trash receivers he's got. Apart from Devontae Smith. Devontae Smith was awesome. Like, for someone so small, he's so hard to bring down.
He's still so slight as well. I don't know if he's gained many pounds since the draft, but he is a very slight.
It must be so hard to put on weight though as a professional athlete, because it's like,
I think tops like 10 pounds you can do if you like really try hard.
But that's what I mean, because it's like, if you think about it, it's like to put on size, you have to like eat way more than normal, and obviously you have to change your workout routine to help with that. But for like Devonta Smith, it's like, even if he suddenly eats 12,000 calories a day, he's still his 9 to 5 Monday through Friday, he's just sprinting full pelt and doing like cardio exercises. Like, it must be so hard to actually put on size. But the fortunate thing is
in the off season.
The fortunate thing is he doesn't really need it. The last thing on Jalen Hurts is that just I wanted to check his stats. So his completion percentage was poor. It was 50-ish%, not great, but 258 yards. That's a fairly decent game. 1 touchdown, 2 picks. As I said, I've already said about the picks. They were poor. 8 carries, 40 rushing yards. Like, so yeah, I think, we're right. It's like it does feel there's something. It just seems there's a little bit more than, like a bust QB would have. It's not like he's throwing for 110 yards a game, 4 picks, and he's not contributing anywhere. Also, that the throw for the 2-point conversion was excellent. It was an incredible catch, but it was on the replay. Yeah. Like, Hurts really did thread the needle with that. So yeah,
he made the play. Yeah.
I can't say if I'm out on Nick Sirianni. We were saying, do we owe an apology literally a week ago? So, his first playoff game against Brady, against the defending Super Bowl champs, it's like, well,
we shouldn't have expected much.
How much can we take away from that game in terms of what Nick Sirianni and Jalen Hurts are supposed to do? Also, that was Jalen Hurts' first playoff game. So,
and at the end of the day, I guess however you scheme a team is probably dependent on the pieces you have anyway. So even though I'm critical of the fact they were like running and dinking it to the flat or short most of the time and being like, obviously this isn't going to work when you're chasing a game, maybe they don't have the pieces to be able to do more than that currently. And they are a team in the rebuild. So the fact they're even in the playoffs is nuts.
They have 2 first-round picks as well.
Yeah. Which is wild.
3.
They have 3 first-round picks?
Three.
Yeah, actually, you are right. Because they got...
Someone double check where they are while I look at what the next game was going to be. Hi, thanks for checking out Inside the 5. We go live every Monday at 8 p.m. on Twitch. We also have an audio podcast that comes out every Sunday. Links to those are in the description below, or click here to watch more.